All right, guys, I got my guy Jay with me from Nolehighlights here with me today, just discussing a little bit of topics with me. Jay, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, bro. How you doing, man?
Man, I can't complain, man. It's the off season, so we got to keep it entertaining. We got to keep it lively. We got to keep smiling, showing those positive vibes. You know how we do it around here.
Yes, sir.
But
Yes, sir.
I wanted to bring you on today to talk about a couple of topics, and these are kind of some controversial topics, I guess you could say. The first question I had come from fifth quarter FSU on Twitter. He talked about, is it more important to beat LSU or Clemson? What is your thoughts on the matter with that?
Ooh, man. I'm gonna say, ooh, man, that's a really good question. Me personally, and y'all gotta hear me out when I say this. I'm gonna say Clemson.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Clemson because it's just been a long time since you beat Clemson, and I feel like Clemson is a team that you need to overcome. When Florida State was good, we was beating everybody. You know what I'm saying? So it's really important to beat everybody, but Clemson, I feel like you have to beat Clemson, to take that throne back for the ACC and just be able to, establish, that dominance again in the ACC. So I'll say Clemson, bro.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree with you. I actually made a list of the most important games. Clemson was at the top of the list. LSU was two. I think Pittsburgh was at three. I had some controversy with my fourth and fifth. I have Florida, and then I have Miami. Everybody clowns on those because we beat them both last year. They're kind of
Yes.
trending in a bad direction. But just getting back to the question, we hadn't beat Clemson since 2014. Jameis was suspended for the whole entire game. We had to go in there with the backup quarterback, and Carlos Williams had that running play at the very end of overtime to give us the huge 23-17 win. And really, when you look back at it, I mean, we all want to be in Clemson's position where we've had success in the ACC, and they've kind of taken the throne from us a little bit. Now that we're kind of getting back into our momentum a little bit more, I think you're starting to see Florida State kind of gelling all together. And I think that's very important. I can also see the side of LSU because we want to get that revenge and be able to continue to beat LSU and kind of say, okay, they're in the SEC, we're in the ACC. We want to be where they're at. We want to make sure that they understand and we put the national media on its attention there. And I know they're going to have revenge for that block PAT that we had by Shaheem Brown. But I definitely have to agree. I think it's Clemson. On top of that, you're playing them at Clemson on top of that. And it's just something you have to do. And Clemson does not lose there very often. So I think if you want to be an ACC champion, you got to beat Clemson.
And I'll add on top of that, bro, like, and you have some really good points, man. I
Mm-hmm.
say also, Clemson, I feel like LSU is a better team.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't, if you lose the LSU, I don't think it'll be, as bad,
Yeah.
as a loss to Clemson, just because Clemson, I can see Clemson, falling off a little bit, bro. I'm not even gonna tell a story. I can see Clemson falling off a little bit. So I think it won't be as bad, as a loss to, Clemson, I mean to LSU than it is Clemson. So
Yeah, I'm super excited about that. I kind of want to see where everything ends up because, I mean, we're playing LSU right out the gate. Then you turn around and 3 games later, we're playing Clemson. I mean, you never really thought that it was going to be a September game for both of these games. And I think the ACC is kind of setting it up for a good success at the end of the year. Hopefully, Florida State doesn't go 2-2 in that stretch of 4 games. You're hoping we kind of slide through and maybe go 3-1, 4-0. I think that would be a really good spot for Florida State.